I need to get my priorities straight. A little background. I, 29F, own a home with my fiancé, 30M, and we split expenses and housework 50-50. I like to think we contribute equally to the household. But one area we differ in is our work schedules, and I am a night owl, have insomnia. He works the typical 9 to 5 and I bartend during the evenings 4 nights a week with one morning brunch shift. My sleep schedule is very wonky, and lately it has been sleeping from about 9/10 and of sleepless night or 2 per week. Before you judge. We have no kids and this works for me. I do my best to stay quiet and want to get things done while I'm awake at night, but don't want to wake him up. Now to the malicious compliance. One day this week we spent the evening tidying up the house together, and I thought we both contributed equally and all was well and good. But there were so many dishes that there were some piled up in the sink after we loaded the dishwasher, and then they continued to pile up again. This is also a constant issue for us, as he also tends to leave dishes in the sink even when the dishwasher has plenty of space. Last night I had a sleepless night and I spent it quietly in the living room working on a paint by numbers. Tonight I came home and was told, "Your painting looks good, but you really need to get your priorities straight," and mentioned the dishes in the sink. Now this really pissed me off, because most of the dishes were his. I am his partner, not his maid, and I had shoveled our enormous driveway the night prior. I decided he was right. So at 4 in the morning I went to the kitchen and did all the dishes. Loudly. He came to the kitchen and asked me what the hell I was doing. I told him that I was getting my priorities straight and doing the dishes like he asked. Little update. He just got up for work. We both apologized, and he said, "Good job on the kitchen. It looks very nice." Edit. Wow, this blew up. Thank you to those who are giving helpful advice. I like to think one rude comment and one act of pettiness doesn't define our whole relationship, as these things aren't a common occurrence. We both made a mistake. So we both apologized for our actions and can easily move forward without resenting one another. I know not everything is exactly 50-50. I just meant we both contribute, and it's not one person taking care of the entirety of the housework. Those darn dishes just divide us sometimes. It's always the dishes, innit? I admire this level of pettiness. Kudos to you. I would have done the same. Did he immediately realize how he fucked up, or did it take a moment? Had a friend whose husband was the same. She asked him once why he wouldn't help. Not do them all. Mind you, just help with the dishes. His response: "You are my favorite dish and I love to do you. Why would I want to ever do any other dish?" She told me she just melted. And no work got done that weekend. He did start doing all the dishes since then. If he insists on piling them in the sink or on the counter, I would leave the dishwasher door open and the racks pulled out to give him easy access. But only put my dishes in it. If he closes it, I will just open it again till he says something or gets the message. My response if he says something would be that you were helping him by leaving it open after you did all of your dishes. Nice solution. I don't know if this is helpful, but my partner and I used to run into this situation all the time. And we actually found that by stashing a bunch of our dishes in storage, it just gave us less to dirty and so fewer to wash. Like there were 2 of us then. Now we have kids. So we had only like 4 plates out, 4 glasses, 4 mugs, etc. We had to wash more frequently, but it also prevented things stacking up and becoming unmanageable. Just thought I'd put this out there. Rule 1. Clean up your own shit. Rule 2. Anything not specifically yours is shared by the group. As I told my kids and pretty anyone else, Don't inconvenience others because you won't inconvenience yourself. Oh wow. The luxury of having a dishwasher and then never using it. I've been without one for nearly 10 years and it's a pain in the ass. Oh, I do hope you don't disturb his sleep. My ex-husband's parents ruined him by using dishes as a punishment when he was in high school. Nothing is more infuriating than marrying a man and have him turn back into the grounded little kid. When you mention he could do dishes every once in a while. And now I have sons with my second grown man husband, who does more dishes than me. And I will never use them as punishment. They are just chores like everything else. No joke. I had this fight with my partner literally last night. The dishwasher was full and ready to be started. All he had to do was put his bowl from dinner in there. I tell him as much. So imagine my annoyance when I go out to the kitchen an hour later and find the dishwasher still hasn't been started and one single solitary bowl is sitting in the sink. Seriously. Why are people like this? Good on you. Up. I hope you made intense eye contact with him to really drive home your annoyance the whole time he was in the kitchen with you. Edit. Originally asked, why are men like this? While I stand by the fact that there are massive inequalities between the degrees of housework expected between men and women in partnerships, this isn't exclusively a male issue, so edited to reflect as much. I used to live with a roommate and I would clean my dish and utensil the second I was done with them. Never had anything dirty in the sink. But my roommate would load the sink completely full and proceed to angrily explain to me that I needed to help clean the dishes when there weren't any left to use. Laughed in his face and told him they were all his, and he went apeshit calling me a liar and whatnot. I just went out and bought paper plates, solo cups, and plastic utensils. He can clean his own shit. We used to have this issue too. Mostly with our teenage kid. Finally tired and frustrated, we got rid of all our dishes and went to Target. Fortunately, no one confused us for employees. Each of us got our own plate and glass and is going to be responsible for cleaning up their own set. After they use it, if it was left used, we would put it in the sink without washing it, so the person who used it would have to clean it prior a meal. At first it sucked. We all had to get used to it. And our dishes don't match as we don't have sets. But it definitely fixed the issue. We just buy paper plates when we have friends over. When I'm cross with my husband, I wait and do the dishes whilst he's in the shower. I'm careful to repeatedly turn the hot water off and on to save water. House chores test the strength of relationships. My GF and I are probably at half a dozen arguments over dishes. My strategy is to just do them, and if able, to have an empty sink before leaving for work in the morning. No dishwasher to assist. I don't mind the chore after waking up. I'm probably 75% dishwasher in the relationship now. I know my place. Plus she can't be too upset of dishes being around when I can say I do them before work at 7 a.m. Tip of the cap to another who struggles with sleeping. If you are looking to help that, my mom, who has worked the graveyard shift for 22 years, has tried all the tricks. She has most recently discovered that the sleeping pills from Costco, Sleep Aid, do wonders. And they do. I do the cooking 50-50 and all the washing up as my wife is disabled. You do what is needed, it's that simple. Advice nobody asked for. My partner and I have very different cleaning habits. He's a spur-of-the-moment cleaner and I am a constant cleaner. We have a new plan in place. 1 day a week. Every Mondays for us. We clean a different region of the house. Doesn't matter what time we get it done. But as long as it's done by Tuesday morning, we're good. Helps not let things build up as much and feels good to not always be talking about cleaning. But no, we have a plan to get it done. He's obviously not read this https www. HuffPost.com entry. She divorced me. I left dishes by the sink. B9055288 amp. It's the wife here. She will pile up dishes next to the sink. Not even in the sink. Rather than give it a quick rinse and put it in the dishwasher, she'll give me the, "Oh, I'll get them tomorrow" excuse, knowing full well it'll drive me crazy and I'll end up doing them myself. Going on 21 years. And really, that's about as bad as it gets. I think I'm a lucky guy.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.